We have an exclusive surprise for you, and we're going to be talking to how should we say, the big boss lady of Cebu, Governor Pam Baricuatro.
Woo! Thank you, Gov. Daghang salamat for your time.
My pleasure.
I know you're super busy.
It's okay. It's a weekend, and I always have time for you guys.
This
This is the first time I granted
Exactly.
an interview in national television.
Only on Bilyonaryo.
Only here on the Daily
And
Dish
the
and
Daily
Bilyonaryo
Dish,
channel.
right. So, we have you today, and we're not going to be talking about politics. What we want to know is the lady Pam Baricuatro.
Yes.
Right? So, first things first, Gov,
Yes.
family. How many kids do you have? And do you have any grandchildren? Or do
I wish I have only one daughter, and she's a medical doctor, and she's helping me out with my medical programs in the province
Okay.
because her specialty is public health and healthcare management. So I got lucky nga eh.
Well, that's very convenient.
I know, right?
No, but more than anything else, no, aside from being a mom and a wife, I'd rather be known as a public servant.
Of course.
Rather than a boss.
Yes.
I consider myself as a public servant here in the province of Cebu.
So, the Cebuanos are your bosses?
Yes.
Yes.
Definitely.
I like
You just
that.
follow their rules.
I work for them.
Yeah, basically. Well, Gov, you know, something I love about you, you're so well-traveled. You used to work for an airline company. Let's talk about that and your favorite places to travel.
Certainly. I worked with Cathay for over 20 years. I was a flight attendant, and I was hired during the 80s when it was a very coveted job during those times. Yeah.
And Filipinas were the coveted flight attendants because we're the best in the
Exactly.
world.
And the
Okay.
prettiest.
Yes.
Parang nag-beauty drain ang Cebu. Ang Pilipinas noon, no? Hanggang ngayon kasi Qatar is also...
Yes, yes.
Philippines.
But why did you decide to be a flight attendant?
It was because my best friend wanted to be an FA because we just finished political science. We're about to go to law school, so she was the one who wanted to be a flight attendant. So I went with her during the interview, and we both got accepted. And at the time kasi ang hirap to get in eh. I mean, out of thousands, they only get like less than 10. So parang I got flattered.
Yeah.
I got accepted. Yeah.
But you're gonna be a lawyer. You wanted to be a lawyer.
Yeah, I didn't finish my last year in law school because I joined Cathay Pacific.
What did your parents say?
Of course, my dad was galit talaga. But then that's why before I retired, I really made sure to go back to school. So at this time, I took up public leadership at Harvard Kennedy School of Government.
Wow!
I saw that.
Because
That's
I was
amazing.
That's
So lazy na to go back to law school.
But at least you went back to school.
Yeah.
But Gov, you know, throughout your years in Cathay Pacific, what are your favorite places to go to in the world?
Yeah, my favorite places to go to is, I think one of those is Vancouver. I love Vancouver, Perth, San Francisco, Paris, of course.
Of course,
Who doesn't love Paris, no?
But that when you got the job and then they told you, okay, you're gonna move to Hong Kong, you didn't get scared because you were young. I mean,
Yeah, I was in my 20s. It's funny nga eh, because during the interview, you know, I was asked by the interviewee from Cathay, sabi niya, do you have a boyfriend? Sabi ko, why sir, are you interested?
His face is probably like, what?
Sabi niya, because we accept girls and hindi sila natuloy because of their boyfriend, ayaw daw. Sabi ko, not to worry, guys, come and go, but career is important.
I love that.
Maybe that's why I got accepted.
Yeah, that's a great answer.
Yeah.
And what about your love life, Gov? Where did you meet your husband?
Oh, actually, I met him in the airport here in Cebu.
okay.
Now, we were in the same flight from Hong Kong to Cebu. And pagdating dito, sinundo siya ng friend niya who's a common friend. So, he was supposed to date somebody else that night. So, after the date, sabi niya sa friend niya, si Mimos, niya, I think Pam would make a better date. So,
Oh, ang daming plot twist. Ang daming plot twist in Gov's life, right? She was supposed to be a lawyer, she became a flight attendant.
Yeah, I
It
know.
was supposed to be another girl with your husband, but it's you.
Yeah.
I love it.
And how did he
How
pursue you?
surprising.
I seduced him. No, really, he's a global guy. No, he's a global strategist. So he went all over to look for me. Siyempre, nagpakipot muna. Pinay, di ba?
Of course.
Of course.
You work for it.
Let
diba?
them chase
Let them
you.
work for it on that.
That's why that's the only way to get the best guy.
Yeah.
So, mga ladies dyan.
Yeah. So he kept flying back and forth from
Yeah,
wherever
yeah.
he lived to Cebu just to pursue you.
Pursue me.
And did you guys ultimately end up moving here together in the Philippines?
Nung pandemic na. Nung
It was
nag-retire.
very recent.
So that's-
Yeah, it was only. That's when I
Just a few years
retired.
back.
I retired 2019.
Oh, that was so recent.
Yeah, because that's what the year I finished my schooling in Harvard.
Right.
So and then nagka-COVID. So we were the last, after we arrived here, nag-close na yung
Borders.
borders
yeah.
na, close na. So I retired na rin kasi
Sorry, just timeline-wise, you retired from flying what year?
2019.
2019
Yeah.
only.
Yeah. Actually, na ako, unpaid leave na since 2017 because I was pursuing my school.
okay.
So after I finished my school 2019, tapos nagka-COVID, I retired na rin.
So
Wow.
the main plan, and then you met your husband what year?
No, before pa, prior.
So you're already
Years
married
ago.
there?
Yeah, we were married already.
I thought you just got married
And
like
then you
6
guys
years
lived
ago.
in Hong Kong.
No, yeah, we were married already for a long time.
So wait a minute. So you pursued that and your schooling, just of course, because it's your dream. How did politics get into it? Because it's COVID. When did you decide? Wait a minute. I'm gonna serve my country and my
Yeah,
fellow
because
Cebuanos."
most people during the pandemic, they were baking and cooking and eating.
I was
basically.
diving.
Me
Yeah.
too. But 2015, I started my foundation.
Okay.
Simply Share Foundation. I started the first food bank here in the Visayas, in Cebu. So I was very active na rin. And during the Duterte campaign, 2016, I was helping out. Although that time I was based in Hong Kong, but I kept coming home. And I think I went on leave na rin, a long-term leave to help out. And then, 2019, pandemic. Tapos after the pandemic, I was offered job with a land bank as a board of director. I was appointed by the Duterte administration towards the end, 2019. 2020 na. 2021 pala. I started.
What a shift
Yeah.
then to finance.
Grabe no, from land bank. So I reckon, I want to help the government at the time, especially I helped campaign for the Duterte administration. So why not as well do my part?
Right.
So at least pahuli na. So I served in land bank until 2024. Yeah, 2024.
Very recent.
April, 2024.
Just a few years ago.
It's like yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then October of 2024, that's when I filed for
Candidacy.
candidacy. So
But why the top job in the province? Did you decide maybe I'll become a mayor first or LGU?
Major.
What made you or what pushed you to say, okay, maybe I have a chance?
Gov really said dream big, no?
No, sometimes things happen, everything comes full circle. I didn't really want to be, it wasn't really my ambition to become a governor. It was my good friend, Dr. Rowena Borden. She was really the one who wanted to run for governor. And I told her, she said, I'll just run for the Congress, in my district, and she will be the one to run for governor. Because we were really social activists then. There was something that we wanted to change in politics, especially here in Cebu. But she passed away
Yes.
December of
Yes.
2023. But before she passed away, she made me promise, sabi niya, kasi may sakit siya, meron siyang autoimmune disease. Sabi niya, whatever happens to me, please make sure na huwag mong iiwanan yung Save Cebu, campaign na, if you have a chance, then run for office.
She had the foresight already for that.
Maybe, and she told me that siguro a few days lang before she passed away.
No way!
Yeah, she passed away on a Friday, Wednesday we had the whole afternoon talking. Tapos sabi niya sa akin, pag may mangyari sa akin. So ako naman, I wanted to go home that time kasi pa dinner time na. Sabi, okay.
But you kept to her promise, and
I
guess
thought.
what? As fate would have it, you were voted in.
Yeah, it was providential. Everything happened for a reason talaga.
Right, but we're not gonna
Exactly.
go into the campaign
Yeah.
yet. What I'm interested in is why did you decide on a food bank? Did you feel like Cebuanos needed this kind of assistance, whether or not you were in politics?
Yeah, napaka food insecure ng country natin. And to think, yung mga countries like Singapore and Hong Kong, ang daming food banks. At sa atin wala. Food bank is like surplus food, collecting surplus food and giving it to those who need it. So, kailangan natin yan kasi napaka food insecure. Ang taas ng poverty incidence sa province of Cebu. And as you
Right.
know, hunger is one of the product of poverty. So I reckon wala tayong food bank dito sa Cebu. So that's when I started.
I'm quite surprised because, you know, we love Cebu. Like, Cebu is honestly one of my adopted cities.
Yes.
Or I feel like I'm adopted by Cebuanos.
Me too, because my husband's from Cebu.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
but
met
We
I
met
never
here.
knew that there was food insecurity in Cebu. So what are the measures that we're doing to help alleviate that?
No, that's what the food bank do. We collect this surplus food from suppliers, from manufacturers, from distributors, you know, yung mga near expiry food.
No wonder
Yeah,
she was
yun.
before we started our interview. She was on the phone with another friend, and she was talking on a Sunday, and talking about this to the friend about where am I gonna get my rice? I need it, and she was on. Can you imagine working on her day
Yeah,
off?
public servant, 24/7.
Right.
The
But
work
let's talk,
doesn't
since we're
stop.
talking about food. Now we're gonna ask you about one thing that's amazing.
I wanted to ask
Now.
her though, before we move on to the food,
Sure.
what you actually wanted to do, Gov, your dream. What, and if you're not a public servant and if you weren't a flight attendant, what was your dream when you were younger? What did you want to be?
I've always wanted to become a lawyer.
Lawyer talaga.
I love reading, so I reckon it's a reading course. And you know, I think I'm a frustrated lawyer. Yeah.
But not frustrated anymore. At least you know the
Yeah,
law.
It helps. It's hand in hand.
Kaya
Yes.
one time ako speaker sa graduation ng law school. Sabi ko, I wasn't called an attorney kasi ako nakatapos ng law. But sige na lang kasi Gov din tawag sa akin.
Yes. Or Nina lang.
Yeah. Ayan, we can talk about food
Yes,
now.
yes, absolutely. So, Cebu is known for food. We want to know what your top 5 food destinations are here.
Wow, of course, this is one of my favorite. No?
Yeah, we're the pig and
Yeah,
pong,
pig
by
and
the way.
pong.
Yeah.
My new favorite too.
But the rest of it is mga yung mga Mike, alam mo yung Michaels?
No, we heard it only
What
from
is
you,
it, Michael's?
Gov.
Mike Kilid-Kilid.
Mike
Gilid.
Gilid.
Ayun,
That's at
oh.
Michael's. Okay.
Sana tawag nun, yung mga...
Karinderya.
Karinderya,
Yeah.
Yung the one in SRP, Kandingan sa SRP.
Okay. So that's
one of my
Kandingan dito sa
favorites.
goats.
Yeah. But we have other food too.
Uh-huh.
And I love conchings,
Uh-huh.
you know, the lechon. And there's also one in SM, yung A1, yung
Uh-huh.
may tinola, yung mga ganon. And of course, the places in Karkar and Talisay where they have lechon.
That's
Love
my
it.
favorite restaurant in the Karkar market and
Yeah.
the puso. I've never had
Sarap.
anything like it.
And they have embutido there also in one of the stall
I didn't
there,
know
Joel and something the name. Ang sarap ng embutido.
We have
nila
to do
doon.
that next time
Yeah,
with Gov.
next
We're gonna
time
go to
you-
the market.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll bring you
No,
there.
we're gonna go back to Cebu and we're gonna ask Gov to bring us to her favorite eateries.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
there's this one soup that I love here. It's a fish soup. It's in carbon.
You want what is it, the tinola or the...
No, it's the what you call it? It's
the eel.
No, it's but it's like fish head. But I'm gonna think about it. We're gonna take a quick break. But when we get back, we're gonna be asking Gov Pam more insiders and insights of Cebu.
And we're still here with Governor Pam Baricuatro. We're talking about our favorite food. Now, what we want to know, Gov, do you cook? And what is your favorite dish to cook?
I'm such a good cook.
Wow,
Yeah.
I like it.
That's why my husband complaining now. I don't have time to cook for him na daw. I love to cook Filipino dishes.
What's your best dish?
Humba.
Humba.
Yeah, it's a family
Humba.
recipe that I inherited from my grand aunt.
Yum. Now, what about
humba.
desserts? Do you bake as well?
Yeah, I do. My favorite one is a binignit. You know, it's
What's
like
that
ginatan.
Yes, it's
Ooh,
really
I've
good.
never had that. I have to
binignit.
try
Next
that.
time when you're here, I'll bring you to the place where...
My stomach is
I'm so hungry again. Yeah.
Okay, what about Cebuano delicacies? That's your top 5.
Cebuano delicacies. Ang sarap ng ano dito, yung budbud.
Budbud.
Budbud, yeah, it's a
like
sticky.
suman.
Sticky suman. Especially the one in, the best one, I think is in Malabuyok. is also very good. And there's one in Lamak, you know, from Pinamungahan, in Tuburan also. And they have this bibingka in Asturias.
The best.
That's
The
also
small
nice.
ones, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's two.
That's
Three more.
true. What do you call this? The in Bugo. It's coconut. It's like a corn grits. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
that sounds
also very.
good.
That's also very nice. Ano pa ba? I said ginatana, no?
Yes. Two more.
Bukayo. Bukayo.
Bukayo.
It's
It's
like a
famous
coconut cooked in coconut
And
milk
sugar.
in
Yeah.
sugar.
Yes.
Oh, I have so many food to
Yeah.
try.
Bukayo.
We're in trouble.
No?
Yeah.
And one more.
And palitaw. Palitaw is
Palitaw.
also good.
Palitaw,
Yeah.
classic.
What about other, like, because people go to Cebu to buy chorizo, they buy all this
yeah.
lechon. What's your favorites?
The best one that chorizo is in Banawa. Especially that's one with the spicy and the sweet one.
Yeah.
So, alis na kayo, padalan ko sana kayo.
When
next
we're back
time,
na go.
next time, yeah.
We'll do a food trip.
Yeah,
Now
the
let-
chorizo.
Yeah. Now I want to talk about destinations naman here in Cebu. When people think of Cebu, they think of canyoneering, going to see the butandings. That's what I did. But apart
you've been
from
there?
yeah, I loved it. It was super fun. But apart from that, Gov, what are some hidden gems? Where should people go to discover Cebu?
Have you
Where
been
would you go?
to Bajan? The Bajan, the falls in Bajan.
Oh, not yet.
Yeah, that's also really nice. And a lot of, may mga waterfalls dito na pwedeng ma-explore. And also, ano pa ba? The one in Aluginsan, the river. No, in Aluginsan.
Parang lazy river there.
Yeah, there's a river there where you can do boating.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
also very nice. It just slipped my mind kung anong tawag na river na yon. Oh.
I'm sure we're gonna do our research, right?
Yeah, yeah. So that one, and also may mga ano din mga in Osmeña Peak. It's also very nice there. Sa dami ng nasa isip ko kasi I go around the province. Osmeña Peak is also a very nice mountain there.
Do you dive?
No, iba yung dinadive kain.
I like
Basta
that.
pagkain.
But what about beaches? Because Monique and I love to go to the
Yes.
beach. What are your top 3 beaches here?
In Malapascua, they have very
Malapascua,
nice
yeah.
beaches.
Malapascua.
Bantayan Island.
Yes.
You know, in the south, they have very nice beaches there. In Tabuelan,
Tabuelan. I've been to Tabuelan. I've been to those 3
Ang
already.
ganda ng mga beaches doon.
Yes.
In the place of Mrs. Yong. In the Bantayan.
Bantayan, Bugo, yeah.
They're very
Bantayan is
nice.
so beautiful.
So good. They also have a nice beach there.
Now, what about in Cebu City, Gov? Give us your top 3. When people are in the city, where should they go?
Most of them, they go to Taps.
Yes.
Have you been there?
Yeah, they
Taps,
fixed
yeah.
Tops now, and it's so
Never
nice.
been. All
It's
the
beautiful.
Years I've been going here. I've never been to Tops.
And before, there's no restaurants, but like it was just a cliffside. Now they
Lot of
fixed
restaurants
it.
na-
Ganda. They put like a turf on top where you can like just hang out and look at the view. They have a love lock now for the
Yeah.
lovers.
Oh my.
It's beautiful.
Ganda nga yung Taps ngayon. And we have museums here also. You know, we have National Museum, Museum ng Sugbo, which is being sponsored by the province, you know. Fort San Pedro, it's an old fortress. Of course, the Santo Niño Church.
Of course, number
Won't
1.
miss
That's,
that, yeah.
Yes, never. What about markets? You mentioned off air that you like to go to markets or palenques.
Palengke.
Yeah.
I'm a palengke
What are
one.
your top 3 palenques to go
In
to?
Carbon.
Carbon for
Yeah,
fish.
For fish. And you know what? The soup that you were talking about, I just slipped my mind kung anong pangalan
Me
ng soup.
too.
They has a very nice soup there.
Yes.
Yum.
So that's
In
carbon.
Carbon. Pasir also has a very good soup there.
Okay.
We'll
And
do a
one more.
food trip next time with Gov.
Food, ano pa ba? Sa city? Oh, I've mentioned Conchings na, no? Ano pa ba mga Michaels dito? Yung mga, you know,
Michaels.
hole in the wall na mga
Yeah.
food, it's also very good here in Cebu.
Earlier nga when we were driving,
Karinderya.
we saw a lot of the micas. We're like, oh, what's that? We saw the conch, we saw a lot of different street food, and we got so hungry.
Yes, because it seems like now Cebu has this jogging
Culture.
culture. They're jogging by the bridge. They're jogging all
This
over the
And it's
over the
raining
city.
kanina ha, Gov, and people are still jogging.
Yes.
I'm glad to hear that.
Gov, what I would like to know now, aside from what you've given us and those tips here in Cebu, what do people, you know, of course, you are a myth too. I mean, nationally.
Oh, really? I didn't know
Because
that.
everybody knows who Pam Baricuatro is of Cebu, obviously. But what do you want them to know about you as a person?
I'm just a simple person. As I've said, I love to read. I spend most of my free time reading, but not so many free time this time. I cook, and I'm a very loyal person. Typical Scorpio. If you know what a
Love it,
Scorpio,
yes.
typical, yeah.
Now, what about music, Gov? What kind of music do you listen to? Who's your favorite band?
I'm a person of the 80s. I'm born in the 80s, so I love 80s song, 90s song. Sino pa bang mga uso during the time? Spandau Ballet.
I'm about to go like that.
Bagets, yung mga bagets generation.
Yeah.
Just come
Yeah.
If somebody was going to play you in a movie na Filipina, who would it be? Who would you like to play you?
I was asked nga eh. Somebody said, Alice Dixon daw, she's so pretty, no?
Yes. Ageless. Who else?
Ageless. Sino pa ba? But Jody Santa Maria is too young.
Yeah. No, well, it's a story. Yeah.
Yeah, siguro yun lang. Mga Filipina, Chinese beauty siguro.
What about your leading man naman? Who would you like to play your husband?
Sino ba? My husband's Chinese eh. So, he looks Chinese. Sino pa mga artista na pwede maging Chinese, ha? Sino ba yun? Yung nag-run ng Richard Yap? Sino ba yun?
Richard Yap. Yeah, he's
Chinese.
Cebuano.
Cebuano, no?
Yeah.
Ganon siguro. Sino pa ba yung mga Chinese look? Dieter Ocampo, no? Pwede naman siguro.
Dieter Ocampo. No, Piolo Pascual, something like that.
Yeah, I love Piolo Pascual. But it's too mistizo from my husband.
Anyone goes, right?
Yeah.
Well, what are your favorite movies, Gov, to watch?
Ako na, I like mga old movies. You know, Casablanca,
Oh, the
yung mga ganon,
classics.
Breakfast in
At Tiffany's?
Tiffany's, yung mga old movies. Ganon.
If you're going to invite somebody from the old movies to dinner, one particular person, okay, one movie star and one global leader, who would they be?
I think Katharine Hepburn.
That's a
You know,
good
because she
one.
was an icon during her time, and she was educated, And yeah, Katharine Hepburn. Yung global leader, yung past
Dead or alive.
present, dead or alive, Jackie Kennedy.
Jackie Kennedy.
A fashion
I love
icon.
her style.
Well, speaking of style, who is your fashion inspo and what do you typically wear outside of the office when you're not in work?
Ano yung style ko? Well, less is more, I like to wear slacks in the office, yeah. Sometimes dress, but something comfortable lang.
When you're not in the office naman, when you're at home, going out lang to run errands, what do you typically wear?
Lang jeans, blouse, yung ganon. And may nagtanong nga sino daw yung stylist ko. Sabi ko, wala, ako lang. I got used, because I used to work in the airline. So along the way, you acquired your style. Yeah.
How would you describe your style actually, Gov? If you had to, I guess, describe it in 2 words.
Sabi ko kanina, less is more, simple elegance.
Simple.
Nice.
Ano lang to.
All right, so Gov, I know we don't want to take up too much of your time,
Yeah.
but since you're here and this is exclusive from Monique,
Yeah.
Thank you.
what do you want the Philippines to know about you from unfortunately questions that we weren't able to ask you?
Something about myself.
Like a
And
fun fact that people
your
don't
dream
know.
for Cebu perhaps, or the citizens of Cebu?
No, I never want myself to be called a politician. No, I'm more about public servant. So when you get into this kind of job, it's about service. For me, it's really how to improve the quality of life of the Cebuanos. So yun yung focus ko muna ngayon. I was just stating in my post the other day na please allow me to serve. That's what I want talaga, to serve the Cebuanos.
Now, what about the mga misconceptions about you? Because I'm sure people are talking. I'm sure you've read some stuff that people are saying
yeah.
about you.
Yeah.
Let's debunk some of those
Yes.
myths that people are saying.
Good one. I like to hear this.
Yes.
Good question, no? Well, if there's something I can say about myself, I'm a typical Scorpio. I'm a very loyal person. So read between the lines. Na lang.
I love it.
Loaded.
Very Scorpio.
Very loaded too. All right, Governor Pam, such a pleasure
We
to
had
get
the
to
best
know
time.
you. Yeah, it's such a pleasure to get to know you better, aside from politics and public service.
And we cannot wait to explore the markets with you and more of Cebu.
I owe you lechon and chorizo.
Yes, and palengke shopping.
Next time.
Yes. All right, that was Governor Pam Baricuatro in an exclusive interview with us about her lifestyle here on The Daily Dish. So, Monique?
Daghang salamat again, Gov, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you, Monique.
Thank you.
First for having me here. I'm so delighted to be here.
We're
We
such
are
an honor.
honored.
Thank
you so much. Until next time, we'll be back in Cebu.